Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. It is time for yet another scouting report, and today we are talking about quarterback Sam Darnold out of USC. Is he really the best quarterback in this 2018 NFL Draft? We're about to discuss it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we take a look at Sam Bradford, the quarterback out of USC. Let's start with his size, about 6'3", 220 pounds. Some websites have him listed at 6'4", but he measured unofficially at 6'3". Good size here for a quarterback. 2017 statistics: 63% completion percentage, over 4,000 passing yards, 26 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Not a great touchdown interception ratio here. A guy like Baker Mayfield had a 43 touchdown to 6 interception ratio, but I'm never huge on the TD to INT ratio coming out of college. It doesn't always tell you the full story, and we'll get into that a bit later. 40-yard dash time, 4.85. Not a great 40-yard dash time here, but we get it. He's not a quarterback that's going to be running out in the open field, running for 30, 40-yard touchdowns. But you know what? This guy can put his head down and get some first downs and even some touchdowns for you, so I'm fine with that. We look at his strengths. Man, this guy has some good accuracy and some damn good arm strength. This guy can absolutely sling the rock. He is so talented as a passer out on that football field. You see some magical plays for USC. He was incredible at times. I look at his game against Colorado 2017. He was slinging that rock, man. This is a guy that can go out and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns any given week. Gotta love that too when you look at Sam Darnold. Also like his pocket presence and escapability. I discussed Baker Mayfield recently, and I did not love his ability to take sacks. He wouldn't throw the ball away. He would hold on to the football, looking to extend the plays a little bit too long and take too many sacks. Darnold is the opposite. He'll still extend plays. He'll still roll out of the pocket, but he's gonna throw the ball away. He's gonna extend the play. But if someone is creeping open, oh, he's gonna make that throw. Now, sometimes he shouldn't make the throw and it'll be intercepted, but he'll make throws when he sees guys getting open, and I love that, and I love his escapability there. Yes, he looks like this big, tall, boring quarterback that's gonna sit in the pocket and not move. No, he's gonna move. He's gonna extend plays. He's a playmaking quarterback. He has great escapability and great pocket presence, able to recognize when safeties and linebackers are coming down. I love this strength for Sam Darnold. He's tough, man. I mean, this is an absolute tough kid. Again, he's not just this tall, boring looking quarterback. I know that's what he looks like, but man, he could put his head down and go for a touchdown, run for a touchdown in goal line situations. I saw that time and time again. Put his team in position to win against Washington State until he ultimately lost the game. We'll get into that later. With a critical run. This is a guy that can absolutely be tough when he needs to be, make big plays, not afraid to make the big play and put his body at risk, and he doesn't do it too much, right? He's not a guy that's going to get himself injured doing so. And he has great IQ, man. This guy, if you listen to this guy, you see him on the whiteboard, he knows football, man. He's been studying football. He's been ready for this moment. Great football IQ, great IQ in general. Love Sam Darnold's IQ. Look at his weaknesses, though, and there are some glaring weaknesses with Sam Darnold. Number one, the biggest weakness when it comes to Sam Darnold: turnovers. And I think they will always be a problem for Sam Darnold. Now, the only question is, to what extent? Okay, is he going to be an Eli Manning turnover type guy, a Brett Favre turnover type guy, a Jameis Winston turnover type guy, a guy that, yeah, he's gonna throw a bunch of interceptions for you, but he can make some great plays. In the case of Brett Favre, he can win you a Super Bowl. Eli Manning, he can win you 2. Or will it be a turnover type guy that, man, he just can't put it together, like a Jamarcus Russell, who also could not read the field? I mean, let's say that too. But you know, the quarterback bust of the past that were just way too turnover prone to stay on the football field consistently. Will it be that bad? Now let's look at the numbers. Okay, so we had 9 fumbles, not lost, just total fumbles in the 2016 season, and 12 fumbles in the 2017 season, 9 of which were lost. Okay, now that is concerning. Okay, especially when it comes to the Washington State game that I mentioned earlier, where he fumbled to lose the game. Okay, and that hurts the hell out of you. You cannot have your quarterback fumbling to lose the game unless if he didn't see the guy coming. In the case of Sam Darnold, oh, he saw the guy coming. He should not have fumbled this football, and yet he lost the game. He lost USC the game, and that hurts, okay? But the good thing about Sam Darnold, outside of plays like that, whenever he does have that turnover, let's say in the second quarter, third quarter, man, he always comes back with some fire. He always comes back and makes the play to try to eradicate his pass mistake, to try to make up for his pass mistakes. So I like that, but without a doubt, turnovers are a problem. He had 13 interceptions this year, along with 12 fumbles, 9 fumbles lost. That is ridiculous. It has to be lower. But this was the same story, or at least a similar story, to Jameis Winston coming out. The turnovers were way too high. I think he threw, it was about 17 interceptions, I want to say, coming out. That concerned the hell out of us. And in the NFL, he's been pretty good. He hasn't been great yet, but he's definitely a franchise quarterback, and he ain't going anywhere, right? So that's why we're going to get into in a little bit. I compare him to Jameis Winston. He also has some high throws, right? When Sam Darnold misses, he misses high. He never misses low. Okay, I only charted about 2 times where he actually missed low. Sam Darnold will miss high. He has a fiery arm, he has a strong arm, and sometimes he gets a little overzealous and will overthrow some guys. I also say the deep ball is a bit of a problem with him. Although he has plenty of arm strength, I don't see him attempt the deep ball often, and when he does, he could be a bit inconsistent. Now, I did see during his pro day, during the combine, actually didn't throw during the combine, during his pro day, he was absolutely accurate when throwing deep. Okay, and this was in the USC weather. It was raining that day. I don't know how, but it was actually raining in the USC. I can't believe it. But he was still hitting that deep ball. So I just wonder if it was intrinsic to the USC West Coast offense. You know, he never really had great deep threats. Juju Smith-Schuster was actually not a great deep threat for USC at the time when he was there with Sam Darnold. So I question this a bit. That's why it's my last weakness listed here. But again, I didn't see him attempt it too much, and when he did, he wasn't great at it. So that's why I'm going to say deep ball might be a weakness for Sam Darnold, and right now I will say it is a weakness for Sam Darnold. Look at a pro comparison. Andrew Luck and Jameis Winston. Okay, now I don't think he's the pure thrower of the football that Andrew Luck is, although he's pretty freaking close. I think his arm is on par with Jameis Winston. I think their arms are almost exactly alike, and they also kind of have a windup. Winston's windup is a lot heavier than Sam Darnold's is, but there's also a bit of a windup there. But in terms of Andrew Luck, man, you see the ability to tuck down the football, to be tough, and to, man, absolutely barrel down and get in the end zone. You also see turnovers. You see that with Jameis Winston as well. I think he really is a blend of these two quarterbacks. But what I like, these are two franchise quarterbacks. These are two guys that have been franchise quarterbacks in the NFL. They've not won Super Bowls, and they've had their issues. They've had their bad seasons. Andrew Luck hasn't played in a while. But we all get that they're talented guys, and they're guys that deserve to be in the league. All right, so we look at Sam Darnold's best fits. We start with the Cleveland Browns, and I hated saying this because I don't think anyone is the best fit for Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland helps anybody. How could you at this point? There's been way too many busts to run through Cleveland to think anyone is a fit for Cleveland. But look, if Hugh Jackson can be successful with any quarterback, man, it has to be at least Sam Darnold, because again, this guy's ready to come in and make some plays. Now, he's going to have to coach him better than he coached Deshaun Kaiser. Okay, don't always leave him out to dry to make plays on his own. Script the offense a bit. Put Sam Darnold in an offense to where he doesn't have to make too many ridiculous decisions, or you will see yet another high interception mark from Sam Darnold in his rookie year. And they can be a little more scripted with him. I think Sam Darnold would have success early and would continue to have success throughout his entire career, even in Cleveland. The New York Giants, this would be a great fit, man. I would see Pat Shurmur absolutely coach this guy up and really mold this guy to being the next franchise quarterback for the New York Giants. And it may be sacrilegious to say I think Darnold could be better than Eli Manning was for them. Now the question is, will his legacy be as great? Like, can he bring 2 Super Bowls to the Giants? I would bet no. I'll tell you no right now. But I think he has to be a better long-term career guy than Eli Manning was. I'm a big fan of Sam Darnold, in case you haven't noticed. Look at the New York Jets. Jets need a quarterback. We get that at this point. Teddy Bridgewater ain't the answer to me. Josh McCown definitely ain't the answer to me. New York Jets definitely an option. And Denver Broncos. At the Mile High, you could throw that rock around. He'd have no problem with that. He'd have the tutelage of John Elway for a number of years, hopefully decades. You would love that combo in Denver. So we look at my prospect grade. 86 for Sam Darnold. Good prospect, should be an average starter with potential to be really good in 5+ years. Look, man, I'm buying into this guy. I know the turnovers are not great. It was the same story for Jameis Winston coming out. It was concerning for me then, but I still said, look, man, his arm is too talented. His IQ is too high. He has to come in and have some success. Now, he may never be elite. He may never be elite. He may be stuck in the middle of the league, maybe even trending lower in the league, like a Sam Bradford, right? Sam Bradford had a lot of these traits too, I'm not gonna lie, and never really ascend to being a definitive franchise quarterback in the NFL. I could buy that. But look, this guy's going to be starting and he's going to be around. He's too smart. He's too talented to say otherwise. And if he can really put it all together and stop with the turnovers, learn how to actually hold on to the football with his dear life, okay, be able to acquire that talent, then we could be talking about something special. We could have a top 5 quarterback here soon, and I think it's possible, but I'm not going to predict it. That's why I didn't give him that 90+ grade, but I think it's definitely possible with Sam Darnold. So to conclude on Sam Darnold, look, I like this guy, and I currently have him ranked as my #1 quarterback in this 2018 NFL draft, just above Baker Mayfield, but I do think highly of Baker Mayfield. Check out that scouting report if you haven't already. But I do think Baker Mayfield is better right now, but I can see Sam Darnold's potential, man. I'm in love with it, and I think we could truly have an elite quarterback in Sam Darnold. Now, I'm not going to bet that entirely. He could certainly be that, but what I will bet is that this guy will be an NFL quarterback for years, probably for over a decade, and he does have some winning traits, some winning instincts. It would not shock me if this guy is in the mix and maybe even going to win Super Bowls in the future. I really like Sam Darnold. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Sam Darnold. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of SFE. I'll be back next time for Josh Rosen, and I'm out. Peace.